Hey, this is Steve Mackley, mastertheimage.com, Click Academy, coming to you in a little tutorial that I had a little occasion just come up here recently. Shot this drill team. This is one of the first members to order, and she loved this picture, but didn't she like how her sweater was gaping open there, right there? So I told her we could fix it, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to go about fixing this. So what we knew, we're going to use PuppetWarp to do this, and this is just going to be a nice quick little trick. You guys are going to like this. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to get this sweater on its own layer away from her, so we can stretch it out. So the way I would go about this is just using the magnetic lasso tool, and I would just start on the edge and just kind of, I'm not going to worry too much about her hair right there. And the bottom of this, I'm not going to really worry a ton about, because I'm going to have it all stay in the same place. I'm only going to move the top portion, and I'm just going to kind of do it perspectively, right, like that. So I can actually see a little part it didn't quite catch there. So let's use just a regular little lasso tool and add to that right there. Okay, so we've got that sweater pretty much outlined. So let's just copy that on its own layer. We can do that layer new and layer via copy. So what it does is just puts its sweater on its own background, so I can stretch that independently of her background. Now what we want to go to do is just PuppetWarp, and it's Edit, PuppetWarp. You have to have CS5, Photoshop CS5 to do this. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go in and excuse me, put some anchor points so that part of this sweater I don't want moving. So I'm going to anchor a lot of these things in, and things that I don't care if it moves. Now I'm just going to stretch all the other parts of this, and what you can do is you can do it kind of independently. You can kind of grab sections of it. If I don't like something, you can grab, and if you hold down the Shift key and click on it, then you can move a couple of them at the same time. If you want to do them independently. Say I wanted to move both of those, I can kind of do them independently. It's just going to kind of move it relative to the other things. So what I'll do is just kind of move this whole thing. Okay, so once I'm pretty satisfied with where that's going, I can hit enter. It's going to accept that, and so we can see where it's been and where it's going. Now to finish this off, it kind of needs a little bit of a shadow under there. I don't like how the material underneath the sweater's looking, so I would just make it my own layer, and then just with a brush tool, just get a brush tool with black, and I'd probably paint in like soft light mode at probably like 30% opacity. And the quick key for that is just hit the 3, and I would just start painting a little bit of a shadow underneath here. Maybe get a little smaller tool and just kind of, the clothes is just going to have just a little bit of a shadow underneath there. Maybe just a little. I'm going to see a lot of a shadow, but just like that. So we've gone, and now you can see underneath I've just got a little bit of shadow detail, but without that I think it looks like it's not really there. You're kind of creating some drop-off light from the way the shadow would fall on that little tank top. So that's how I would go about doing this, and I think she's going to be really happy with that. I probably would go in, this kind of looks a little pointy right up in there, so we'd probably want to fix that a little bit more. To do that, just go back into PuppetWarp and we're clicked on the wrong layer. We need to make sure we're on the top layer. So let me escape out of that, go back into PuppetWarp because it was, and see if that's going to let me. Now see, it's going to move the whole sweater because I don't have those anchor points in. So again, let's create those anchor points so it won't move. And then I can grab this and it'll kind of move it. There we go. There we go. That looks a little more natural. Didn't have those little stretched marks. So I think that looks good. Last thing, maybe just kind of with the brush tool, just a little bit of shading again. And I think that looks good. So I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. Hope that will help you fix many articles of clothing in the future. If you'd like to learn more about more Photoshop tutorials, go to mastertheimage.com. We've got a host of products there. And Click Academy is especially designed just for Photoshop help. So see you in the future. Thanks.